for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go. Week 1 takes this about 5 yards deep. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Here's Jackson to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field, and no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
1st down, Browns.
Calais Campbell on the stop.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Mayfield on play action. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. Now Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That catch good for only a couple.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Complete to Marcus
From 6 yards away. And the Browns have taken the early lead.
For the point after.
Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
And more, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out there, a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off at the 48. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
The Browns drive about to get started.
They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They give to Chubb out of the gun. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Third and short yardage. Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He'll take a shot for the end zone, and that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
To number 27.
Kareem Hunt, 38 yards. And the Browns add on to their lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
At the 20-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Going for Boykin, but it is intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
They'll take over.
That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Matt Judon there to bring him down. Here's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the Ravens.
Mayfield to throw it. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give them 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. To throw, Mayfield, complete. It's Johnson. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So on 4th down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert, from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Seibert able to knock this one through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
That's now 6 dropbacks, 6 incompletions. Yeah, the defense has been pretty good early, but he's got to start hitting some of those throws. He's making them better than what they actually are.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Jackson from the shotgun. Being chased out left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD.
Austin Seibert.
This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And more, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
5-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now left side on the swing pass, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Mark Andrews, a first-time Pro Bowler, the intended target. 3rd down here.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Miles Boykin, 32 yards. And the Ravens cut into that lead.
Yeah, you heard it, right? You heard the exhale, and I'm taking that from their bench because finally, right before the half, they find a way to get the ball in the end zone and get some points on the board. Maybe they can use that to kickstart them for the second half.
Yeah, just to get something before going into the lockers. And now in the second half, if they can just tighten.
It's what they want to do. Tighten down everything they're doing and then maybe explode at the right time.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
5-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Final play of the half, Mayfield. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that's going to hit in the end zone as we restart things here in the second half with a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd and 2, Mayfield. And this one too low.
For Odell Beckham, incomplete. Marcus Peters on the coverage.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Mayfield looks to throw. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And, Charles, they trail by 3 scores. Look, they're not completely out of this, but it's sort of go time right now.
Yeah, and they knew that coming out after halftime, it was going to take a collective effort to get back into this ball game. The defense got the stop for them, so maybe that can get things started. Now the offense has to pick their game up as well. And if they can put a score on the board, hey, they could get back in it in a hurry. Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Ingram again. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Got him in. It's Brown. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
At the 33-yard line.
Now a handoff to Ingram. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Taken down at the 40.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
On 3rd down, Jackson dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense is going to take over at their own 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They run it again with Chubb. And some room to run now. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
Mayfield now from the 50. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 28. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full street.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 26 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
Little work still to do, though. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Let's rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And some space here. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Ravens 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that